Okay, well, welcome back. You got snacks? Don't get sleepy on us, because we're gonna just keep feeding you. It's just like stay alert. Okay, so this workshop backed by popular demand because she's just dropping jewels and wisdom on us on how to embrace and step into our technological age. So artificial intelligence is here. Who's an AI adopter, early adopter? You're like, I love it, I'm with it. There's some hands like this. Who's like, I'm so scared of this stuff. I watch these movies on Netflix, I don't know what's coming for us. Okay, and then probably something all in between. Okay, so Dr. Autumn King, I don't know if this is an official title, but I've dubbed her our resident expert on all things AI as an early adopter, and is really going to be sharing with us, I mean, definitely not exhaustive like everything that is out there. I don't think at this point anybody can do that, but an overview of the lay of the land, especially taking a look at the ways that we can begin to harness the power of technology to advance the work that we do, right? Embracing the good. As social work leaders, we will always have to stay on our toes as far as the ways that it can be problematic, increase disparities, like create injustices, and so we'll continue to wrestle with that. But there are some ways that it can help us be more efficient, more effective in the work that we do, so she's going to be highlighting quite a bit of that. Also, we'll have an opportunity for you all to share out on some things, ways that you've used technology, particularly AI, to increase efficiency and improve the work that you're doing. So have something to jot down some notes. Take out a pen. There may be some things that you want to follow up on. Without further ado, let's welcome Dr. King. Give her a hand.
Thank you, everybody, and welcome. And I want to say congratulations to you guys on completing those defenses. I know that it is a struggle. A little disclaimer, I am a part of the first cohort of the DSW program, so I know exactly what you guys have gone through and the pain you've gone through. So congratulations. But okay, let's move on. Okay, so again, my name is Dr. Autumn King. I'm an assistant professor here at CBU in the Division of Social Work. And I also work at a foster care agency where I am the Senior Learning and Development Department Supervisor. So I am the head of all the training for our foster families or resource families, and as well as our staff. So that's my background. Okay, so we have some learning objectives. So by the end of today, you guys will be able to identify various AI tools that can be utilized in social work practice. You guys will be able to demonstrate how to use some of these AI tools to enhance efficiency in your daily tasks. And then we'll be discussing some of the ethical implications of using AI in social work, okay? So, how do you guys feel about artificial intelligence? Even though I know Dr. Hayes kind of said it, but let me hear from you a little bit more. How are you guys feeling about it as of right now?
Game changer.
Game changer, I agree. Skeptical.
I'm not sure if I can trust it.
Okay, yes, understood. Yes.
Makes the impossible possible.
It sure does. I'm at this point now. I've done all the schooling. I read, I used my brain, I critically was thinking. I'm in my jobs now, I'm using AI to help me out. I already did all the hard work. Let the computers help me out. That's the space that I am in right now. And truly, they have helped me as a professor and as a trainer. So I'm just going to go over some AIs that maybe you know about and maybe you don't, of what I've been using in my practice. Okay. So just a little background, just in the moment of social work and with technology, it could just play a pivotal role in helping us make our daily tasks just more efficient. You could spend more time with your staff. You could spend more time with your clients when you're able to use AI instead of always, you know how we just write down the notes and we're just focusing on the notes, or we're trying to pull from Google on how to create a PowerPoint or a presentation. AI now can do all that for us, okay? So the first one we're going to talk about is fireflies. Has anybody ever heard of fireflies before? Oh, okay, this is great. So fireflies is a powerful tool for taking notes and helping with transcription and helping with task management. And so you connect this fireflies with Zoom, or you can put it on your phone, which you guys go ahead and start downloading it on your phone, because I'm going to give you guys an example of it, let you guys work with it. So then you can delete it. It's free. Then just delete it if you're scared of AI, okay? But it's just a good way to help take notes, okay? So it's automatic note taking and documentation. So it can transcribe your client sessions in meetings, over the phone, in real time. It organizes things, and it has a great organization, which I'll show you guys a picture of how you can go back to your dashboard and find all the meetings that you've recorded so that you can reference it. And then it also gives you like a task management where you can follow up. So after it transcribes everything that you say, at the end of it, it will say like things you need to follow up on. Because sometimes we get in meetings and we forget what all that conversation we were having, and then you're like, wait, what were we supposed to follow up on? And that gets lost in the sauce, right? But the fireflies will literally put on your transcription things to follow up, okay? This is what your dashboard looks like. As you can see, the title, it says RP Lead Training. This was a training I did with the resource parents. And it went ahead and it just transcribed all of the conversations that I was having with our resource parents. If you see there, it says add to live meeting. That's where you can add this to your Zoom calls or your WebEx or whatever account that you use, where it's like another person's on the other side of the screen. Okay, so. This is Fireflies. It doesn't violate HIPAA, so it's in code with HIPAA. So you can use it, and it won't spill all your information out to the world. It is HIPAA coded. Okay, so that's a thing. If that reassures you a little bit, that you're in HIPAA lines, right? Okay, so I want you guys, your turn. Download Fireflies on your phone. It could just be 1 or 2 people at the table. And then I want you guys to just have a conversation, talk about if you're staying in the hotel, what y'all gonna do tonight, whatever kind of conversation you guys want to have, and let's see AI transcribe that conversation for you guys. So go ahead and take that time.
Dr. King,
Yes.
you said it can be embedded in like Zoom and things like that. Does it notify the other party that it's being recorded, or?
So it pops up as if it's a profile. Good question. So it's like you enter into the Zoom chat, it'll just say Fireflies. Or like my agency has it where it just says my name. But you can let a person know, like, hey, I'm going to have a note taker come in to the session. Do you mind? And if they are okay with it, then you can, allow it. If not, then you wouldn't allow it. But it comes in like it's a person.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, how are we doing with downloading? Did you guys find it? Okay. And then you should be able to sign in with just like a Google account. Have you used it? You've used it before?
It's my first time using this one. I'm just recording it.
Oh, yeah. And it already transcribed everything. Anyone struggling finding the app? It's harder when you do it on the computer because it wants you to connect it to a Zoom. So it's easier for us to work with it on your phone by downloading the app.
So then how do you connect it to you can only do the meetings on your phone?
No, so you could do the meetings on your phone where you could record it, but if you wanted to connect it to Zoom, you would go on your desktop and push add to live meeting. And then when it goes into your Zoom, it'll pop up like as if you were the person on the other side. It comes in like a person coming into the waiting room.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
Translate or you use something else?
Another one, and I'm gonna talk about that one next. Okay, you guys all have it ready? You guys start your conversations at the table really quick, just like a 2 to 3 minute conversation at the table, and then so you guys can see the transcription of what you guys are talking about. Ramisha, this is something you should ask Dr. Mexico for, because this is how I take the minutes at the foster care agency.
Well, but now we have the AI in the Zoom.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I don't know how the transcript it does, but it'll give a meeting summary.
Something like that, yeah.
Wow, how cool that would have been, like the qualitative data or doing interviews or something
Tell me about it.
with a Firefly.
I know. And, yeah. And then you put that into the thematic. Yeah, you put that into your thematic analysis. Yeah. Okay, did you guys all have that conversation where you're able to see your transcription? Okay, I have this table. Have you, oh, they're still talking. You guys finished your transcription yet? Or are you still talking? Still using it? Okay. Any other tables already done transcribing? This table, my front tables. You guys are good?
Sometimes I just like,
Try to pay me.
What you said.
oh yeah, there you go. Does it go a while for it to get processed?
Okay, so did everyone get a chance to see the transcription of the Fireflies? Yeah, okay. Oh, yours is still processing. I know my front tables are all good. You guys got to see your transcription now? Okay, perfect.
Not yet, it's recorded though. I'm trying to find the transcript.
Okay. So for those of you who have seen the transcription, what are your thoughts about that? Interesting? Very accurate? Yeah, it is very accurate. And it's just so helpful where you can use that as a tool if you're doing any type of therapy where you can just listen and just talk to your client, and now the AI is transcribing what that conversation was like for you guys, so you don't have to worry about all that memory. You like it? Awesome. Yeah, it is so great. I also use this for minutes. So when we're taking minutes during our meetings, I just put the Fireflies on and let it record everything that we're saying, so I am no longer typing away the minutes of the meeting. So it just takes away time.
Are you able to structure it or like give it kind of like a task prior of like how you wanted it structured for when it transcribes it or no?
No, not for this one. It already has the way they already have a structure for this one. Yeah. So yeah, how do you guys think you can use Fireflies in your work?
Oh my gosh, with clients, like for my notes afterwards, because sometimes I'll forget what.
Yes.
Especially if you have a back to back.
Yes. Yes.
I might consider using HIPAA. I might consider using
Can we all have his undivided attention? Shh. Thank you.
I might use it for the goal of care meetings because we have several different physicians and family members and stuff that talk at the same time. So now I don't have to write down what everyone is saying so I can remember what happened in the meeting, but I have to run it through my supervisor first.
Yeah, of course. Please do. Please do. And this one is also good because if you use names, it'll say like John said this, or Ashley said this, whatever. It'll literally say the person's name so that you can reference who said what in the conversation. Yes.
So do you have to announce that you're recording?
You can. You will. Well, you should, depending on the situation that you're in. So again, when you hook it up to your Zoom, it'll come in as if it's a person behind the screen with the camera off. So you would need to tell everyone who's in that Zoom meeting, hey, I have a note taker coming in. Do you guys mind if it's in here recording the conversation? And you will say the same thing with your clients as well.
Do you have to pay for it or?
It's free now, but if you want, like always, if you want a better version, you will always have to pay for the better version. But for now, you guys see it's free for a time being. Yeah, good question. Yes.
I like that you can hook it up to your calendar, so if you have appointments coming up, it can remind you about those appointments and begin to record those appointments.
Yes, and it does. It really does. And my director at the foster care agency, he's obsessed with AI. So every time I get on Zoom, I got like 5 AIs popping up when I'm in the middle of something. I'm like, what? How did you do that? But he connects them to our calendars. So anytime you set up a Zoom meeting, I promise you guys, I have like 4 to 5 AIs just popping up trying to transcribe my conversation. I'm like, all right, chill. Okay? So that is Fireflies. That is something you guys can now put in your pocket and take back to your supervisors, your organizations, or even in your own businesses. You can use Fireflies. The next one we'll talk about is Wordly AI. And this helps us overcome language barriers. And so when I am training in our foster care agency, we have a lot of Spanish speaking and we have a lot of English speaking. But when I'm training and I use this AI, I speak Spanish. And I'm fluent in Spanish, even though I'm not. But the AI transcribes it to the people who are Spanish speaking to be able to understand what I am saying. So it's a multilingual communication. There's so many different languages that you can hear played back to you. It's virtual interpreting, so it can act as like a virtual interpreter. And then it also can help with documentation. So it can translate written documents such as forms, reports, and educational materials into multiple languages. It's an awesome AI. And you guys are about to try it out. So go ahead and take a picture of the QR code.
Amber, can I use this in the field?
I feel like this one, yeah.
Yeah.
Not that first one.
I figured I'd ask my supervisor.
That is crazy. You guys were in the same cohort?
No.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not actually a supervisor.
Oh, okay. All right. So after you guys take a picture of the code, you're going to choose the language that you want to hear it in. You have a plethora of options to choose from. And then you'll go ahead and just listen. And so I'm just going to talk, and then you guys can hear how it translates to you on your phone. Yeah, so you can do Portuguese, you can do Arabic, there's so many. Spanish. So who's already have it up? Do you hear me talking? Is it transcribing at all? Not yet. Yeah, you can put it in another language. Oh no.
Oh yeah, they're not translating yet.
It's not doing it just yet. Okay, hold on.
It could be the Wi-Fi.
Thank you.
The Wi-Fi not good.
What in the world? Oh, you know what? I haven't set it up before. That was right. Okay, let's see.
You had to set up something beforehand?
Yeah, and I did it. I'm trying to see if it'll work now. Let's see. Okay, tell me if it's working now. I hope it's working now. It's working now? Okay, there it goes. All right. I just had to connect. My bad. So hello everyone. This is Dr. King here, and we are in our AI session, and I wonder what language you're hearing me in right now. This is a great way to be able to communicate with other people from different languages and different spaces and cultures, and I hope that you're enjoying this. Okay, so what do you guys think? You like it? This is an amazing AI tool. It's amazing.
Now, it'll actually talking, because we can read it.
Push the speaker. It should be like a speaker. Can you hear it? I just heard somebody is working with somebody. Yeah. It does? Oh, I didn't know that. That's really cool. So what languages are you guys, did y'all choose? Portuguese? Okay. It's a really cool tool. Very cool tool. You guys see how I'm fluent in every language? I'm skilled, you know?
Dr. King, we got all kind of ideas percolating back here.
I want to hear them.
What did you say? I need to download it on my grandma's phone. So when she calls me, she does not, it says, you talk to this person. You just turn the app on and then talk to like everybody.
Yeah. And you guys, I'm not even gonna lie. I tried to use it at the nail shop. I'm not even gonna lie. I did. But I felt so guilty that I couldn't follow through. And I was like, let me just put this back in my pocket. But yes, you guys, that is called Wordly AI. It's a very effective AI to help you guys be able to communicate with all languages. So just like now, we can be in a conference and everyone is speaking different languages, and you can be up here presenting. They can have this AI tool, and they can have their like their AirPods in or earphones, and they can listen just sitting there.
That's cool.
It's a game changer, a world changer. It's a very great.
Yeah, let me throw this out real quick, especially for our first year students. We had one
Amazing oral defense, a brave student who did her comprehensive project oral defense bilingually. Oh, that's a word. So Carmen Cuevas, her community partners were primarily Spanish speaking. And look, that's the model consistent, right? So she had her community partners at her defense. They were speaking, she was able to communicate with them in Spanish. Faculty members, me and Dr. Mathers, we don't speak Spanish. So, we had our phones on like some Google Translate, right? Because she was being culturally appropriate by presenting parts of her defense in both languages. And so now I'm like, dang it, if we had this, we could have been set up so that she could have decided to do the defense in Spanish. And we sit, we get it translated, or you know what I mean? Yeah. So this is the sort of thing I want you guys to start thinking through now that we have these kinds of technologies available to us. I'm like, dang, we could have, it was already amazing. It could have been extra amazing, right? If we had known that we had access to this. Amazing, yes. So you guys thinking about using this one?
I am.
All right, put that in your pocket, your social work pocket. You have that one. Okay. Now the next one, you guys are all familiar with. Oh, beautiful ChatGPT. I had to reflect because I was starting to go to this before I was going to Jesus, and that means I was making that my idol. So I was like, okay, you gotta fall back, Dr. King, and go to the Lord first before you go to AI, okay? So ChatGPT is just another effective AI tool that can help you guys in your workspaces, okay?
So it can help with giving support in psychoeducation. You know, sometimes you don't have time to go back to your books to see what kind of interventions that you could provide for your clients. So you can ask ChatGPT to base off of what they're experiencing. Of course, don't put their personal information in, but whatever they're experiencing, ask ChatGPT and they'll give you some psychoeducation to provide to your clients. It can help with documentation and note-taking. At the agency, we use this for our notes, and I'm going to show you guys a video of me training our staff on how to use it. And then if you are a person like a supervisor and you struggle giving feedback to your employees, ChatGPT can help you out there as well. You know, tell them you're having an employee who's being defensive or difficult, like how do I talk to them or what interventions can I provide to them, and ChatGPT will tell you it. When you're upset and you just want to write a crazy email, you write that email and then tell ChatGPT to make it professional, okay? And then it'll say everything that you wanted to say, but in a professional way, okay? It helps with training and development. So yes, you know, I use this a lot when I need to train our staff. So just coming up with some ideas to help me formulate my my trainings. Again, with email, I already said that. And then just innovation and creativity. As a professor, I like to be interactive. I don't want my students just sitting there listening to me talk the whole time because I think that's boring, okay? That's me personally. So I use ChatGPT to help me find interactive activities, especially even for our undergrad, when we're teaching undergrad, of how to get them involved and how to get them involved in the lesson so that it's sticking and that we're all being able to just move around and have a good time in class. Even, you know, we all hate icebreakers, but if you're a supervisor, you know you gotta do it. So you can ask ChatGPT to help you out with some icebreakers to assist you in your team. If you buy the Pro ChatGPT, it gives you all these options on this list of things that you can do. There's so much that ChatGPT can offer you when you buy the Pro version, and it's only $20 a month. And I'm not gonna say only because that could be a lot to people, but it is $20 a month, and it gives you so many things that you can do. And I'm going to show you guys one of the things that I did using the upgrades. But first, I am going to go over how we do notes. So at the agency, our social workers, we are the biggest foster care agency in California, and we only have one location. And we have over 200 kids, over 200 families, and our social workers are having like cases up to 18, and that's a lot at a foster care agency. Of course, county, you know, they can have over 30 clients, but we have up to 18. And it's literally 18 homes that they're going to, trying to make sure that the kids are okay, and they all fall behind on their notes. It's just impossible to stay up to date on your notes. So my director, we're very innovative of how can we make AI help us. So we created this checklist, as you can see, and all our agency social workers have to do is type in what you see at the top, so the client's name, their the date of the visit, their name as a social worker, and then we have all these check boxes that they just have to fill out. And let me see if the video will play. It doesn't play. Are you guys able to push play back there on the screen? What did I do? Did I mess it up? Okay. So yeah, so we created a checklist, and so now all that our social workers have to do is check off all the boxes of what they believe their client was experiencing. So like mood, and like if they felt that they were safe, they just check it off, and then you insert it into ChatGPT. So
hello everyone.
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to show you how to upload your foster care home visit worksheet to the ChatGPT. So you all should have this electronic version where you're able to check mark the check boxes for your child. And when you do it this way, you you wanna make sure that you save it to your computer as your child's name. Okay, even if you do the handwritten one, you wanna save it to your computer as a child's name, just so you can have a reference of which PDF to upload to the chat. So we have our very own Irene's note that she's done already. And so this is what we're gonna use as I take you through the steps to convert your note to a SOAP format, okay? So as you can see up here, I've labeled it Baby Boy Barks, okay? Now you need to go to your ChatGPT. And you wanna make sure that you're logging in with your KFA account. And on this left-hand panel, you should see an area called SOAP HR Note. If you aren't able to find it, then you can explore chat GPTs and type the SOAP HR Note Assistant in here, and it should pop up for you if it's not already on the left-hand panel, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the SOAP HR Note Assistant, and then you will go to this button right here, it's the plus sign, click on it, upload from computer, so now we're trying to find the file. Here's the file, I'm gonna click on it, push open, and then all you have to do once it finished uploading is push the arrow, and it will now generate the SOAP note for you. It's like magic. So it's generating the node. All right, isn't that beautiful, guys? Just love it. Okay, so perfect. So now,
Yes, so our agency, we have our own account for chat, and we have trained the chat to write SOAP notes for us. And so again, all they have to do is use that form, do the check boxes, put it into chat. It'll generate the note. It's HIPAA safe. The information can't go anywhere because we have created a business account. So everything that we have in there is safe. And then I didn't continue the video because it's for our workers, but for our workers, I tell them to copy and paste the note and go take it to a Word document and then go read for accuracy. If they don't believe that the chat said something correct, take it out, put in their own information if they want to, because a lot of ASWs are like, I want to write my own note. I want to make sure that I'm saying the right things and that it's accurate. I'm like, okay, let it do the groundwork for you, and then you move in and edit what you need to edit. And it'll help you write your notes much faster. You have 18 clients, you're writing notes in seconds. It's a game changer.
So how long do you think it takes them to do a note then, from the time they open this up to the time they finish and submit it to you?
That was about, like, if I wasn't talking, it's like 10 seconds.
And then, but like going in and then like reviewing it?
And reviewing it just depends on how fast, or if they felt like it was accurate, then they're just putting it into our online system. But if they feel like they have to do some edits, then it probably will take a little bit more, but it's still faster than you writing the note on your own without having just like this blanket for you.
Did you guys find like any challenges using it?
Yes, so with AI, it's always going to be challenges, right? So we're training it right now, because at first it was because everyone was putting their stuff in, it will mix up information that wasn't your client, it was giving somebody else's client, which is why we need to review our notes anyway before you use it. But it did have that struggle where it was mixing up people's stuff, just because, once you train the AI, everything that is in that AI universe is there, and it just gathers everything and just puts it in there. But that was a challenge we did have.
Sorry, you said that was a business account, or did everyone have their own account and they shared a GBT?
So it's a business account, but all of us use our emails, our employee emails to sign in. So we have our own sign-in logins, but it's all connected to our business account because we're using our employee emails.
And then on the top left, were you able to select the GPT type, or is that when they select business?
It's the business one. So it's the same as regular ChatGPT, but we are able to create little files. You know how when you write ChatGPT and on the side it'll have everything that you've ever done? That's what that is.
What was the initial prompt that you used to have it extract that information from the sheet?
You tell it, take extract all the information from the check that are like the check boxes and create a SOAP note. And it already knows what a SOAP note is, but those are the information that you tell it to do, how you're instructing it or training it. Yeah, yes.
Did you have to get like licensing involved to be able to even utilize this process, or do they not even care?
No, they don't care.
They don't care.
No, they just want the notes done, right? You know, but you just want to make sure that their information isn't being exposed and keep with confidentiality, but with that account, it's confidential. Only we will have access. And then you, when you're loading your own stuff in, you don't see what your other colleagues are doing because it's your account. So you don't see the stuff that they've done.
But the business will see.
The business can, yeah. Any other questions for that?
I'm sorry, you probably answered it.
It's okay.
But everyone has their own personal account, or is their personal account under?
It's under the business. So we're all using our business emails to sign in. Yes. Okay. So another thing, I just want you guys as leaders that you are now to come up with these scenarios by helping with the use of ChatGPT so that you can just experience what ChatGPT can do for you. So we're gonna do 5. I'll number you guys 1 to 5, and then whatever one you get, that's the ChatGPT that you guys will use on your regular ChatGPT, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, okay? So if you are 1, you're going to do conflict resolution. So the scenario is 2 team members are in a heated conflict affecting team morale and productivity. How would you resolve this conflict? And then you're just going to go to ChatGPT and see what ChatGPT is going to say. And this is just how you guys can use ChatGPT in your on your jobs, okay? So go ahead and whatever number you are, that's the scenario you're going to do.
Can you say it one more time?
I'm sorry?
Can you say it one more time?
Yes, so which number? You are 1. So you guys are, read that scenario. Oh, I didn't.
I was like trying to okay, conflict resolution. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at my computer.
I was trying, I got half of that.
I'm so sorry. So you guys are number 1. That's your scenario. And then you're going to add ChatGPT to help you guys solve that scenario. And that's how it's going to be for all of you guys. I'm so sorry.
We're doing number 2.
And that's how it started, because when I first did it, I wasn't sure if I was like, this is going to be something with it. Yeah, you just well, would you be using the same question? It might, but I'm not logged in. I didn't log in.
Oh, you're not logged in.
I'm logged in. Yeah, that's on the check on your papers. Yeah. Oh, you're logged in. That's interesting though. That's interesting though. Yeah. I'm gonna ask you logged in. And I'll be like, do it later.
Okay, so if you guys put those prompts in, are you guys seeing the feedback it's giving you on how you could approach that scenario? So just think, if you are coming out of this program, many of you, if you have not already been a supervisor, you are probably going to be, no, you are going to become a supervisor soon. And it's challenging when being a supervisor is new. And so you can utilize ChatGPT in helping you in scenarios in the workspace, okay? Does anybody want to share what Chat told you in one of the scenarios? Anyone willing to share?
It told me to pray.
Did it?
That was number one.
Okay.
Number one was pray.
Oh, that's awesome. You got trained your own ChatGPT spiritually. That's awesome.
So we have, I don't know what it's happening. Yeah. So we have number 2, which is project deadline with a staff who wasn't pretty much doing it or whatever. So we have to come up with a project recovery plan, and pretty much that was part 1. Part 2, client communication strategy, and then part 3 is managing team stress and morale. So it gave pretty much 3 steps within each step to kind of, 1, get the project done and actually mitigate those issues that's happening between steps.
Awesome. That's really good. So you guys utilize it. Even when you may have conflict with a coworker, you don't know how to go about it, and you've asked people for help and nothing's changing, you could utilize chat to see what's the appropriate way to deal with a coworker, a challenging coworker. Okay? All right, so the next thing I'm going to show you guys is just a video of how AI helped me. Last year I wrote a book for high school students who are going to college, and just to give them effective studying skills, and AI helped create this video for me. Could you push play for me, please?
You paid for it, right? Is that what you said?
No, it was free.
They did it for free.
They did it for free. Yep. Well, you paid that $20 for chat, then yeah, it worked. Yeah.
$20.
Are you ready to start college? This isn't high school anymore. A Simple Guide to Assisting Your College Study Skills by Dr. Autumn King is your essential resource for mastering academic demands. In Section 1, you'll learn to set a solid foundation for success. Section 2 dives into effective study strategies. Section 3 prepares you for exams with proven techniques. Beyond the classroom, Section 4 explores additional growth opportunities. Stay motivated with tips from Section 5. And finally, embrace your future with guidance from Section 6. Dr. King's blend of practical advice and personal anecdotes makes this book a must-read for any student. Start your journey to academic success today.
Yeah. I paid millions of dollars for that ad, right? Now, but chat helped me with that video. So for personal things that you guys want to do, like it came up with the cover.
Are you ready to excel?
Okay, you can't see the cover, but it helped come up with the cover of my book as well. It designed it.
So what did you answer? Create a 20-second video on these 5 sections. What was your exact prompt?
I just said, can you create a video about my book? And I wrote, I just copied and pasted what my table of contents was. And it did that, and it gave those images, and it was great.
How are you citing?
Citing the
AI models you're using.
Like in presentations.
Are you putting a prompt there into it?
No, I just put what is the site thing that we use when we have to use AI? Because that's what I use.
When you're in writing especially, you could, on the end of every syllabus that you have in the program, we give a suggested AIU citation that tends to keep you kind of stay in the academic space. But I have seen some of you even that, Angie, use AI created images, right, in your defense. And at the bottom of each image, it just had in small print, what did it say? This image was created using ChatGPT, whatever version or whatever, something like that. So I guess it depends on the outlet that you're putting it out there, right? If you're putting it out there in written form or any kind of professional academic space, you probably want to cite more formally in whatever that written document is. If you're using pictures, you can put a little caption at the bottom. So I think it depends, right? If you just put it on social media or something,
it doesn't matter.
There might not be an audience that really cares about where it came from. So it kind of depends on what you're using it for.
Yeah, and that video that you've seen, that was just for me to promote it on social media. So citing it wasn't a really big deal. But when you're writing academically, or even if you're creating PowerPoints and you're using AI, of course you want to cite. Okay. Another AI that we recently learned about is Easy Generator. And this is a great, easy way to build interactive trainings. And so my director is so pro this because I am the trainer, and he's like, just use this and whenever we have plan of corrections, he's like, use this and then send it to the parents. And I'm like, are you sure? You know, I'm like, I'll do the research, I'll do the work. And he's like, you need to work smarter, not harder. I'm like, okay, you know, you're making my job easier. So this literally can transform your document. So just say you made a PowerPoint. You can upload the PowerPoint to this and then it'll create an interactive training. Or you don't even need the PowerPoint. You can just tell them what you want and then it'll create the training for you. So I recorded a video and I'll talk through it. It's already going. So you'll go to that. What is that? Create course now. You'll go to Course Builder, and then you'll tell it what do you want the course to be about. So I said time management. Push the checkbox, and then it says what do you want learners to know? Who are the learners? You put employees, and you can put their entry level. So I just said entry level. You could do a quick course or a regular course, and then it'll give you like what you want the learners to know. They'll suggest it for you automatically based off of the title. What they need to achieve. You just click it, whatever you like, and then it'll come up with the title of the training for you as well. So now it's about to generate the training. So it created the title, it created the section for you, and now it's generating. Keep going. So this is just the logistics, like, all right, we're just checking boxes and now we're gonna push generate. And then it'll load. And now here's the training that it's created. And so I'm going into preview so you can actually kind of see what it'll look like. At the top, you'll choose which device you're using. So I'm using a computer. And so here's the training that it created in just, I don't even know how many seconds that was. And then you'll start the session. And here's it being interactive where you're just pushing buttons. Yes, hold on, let's finish it, hold on. Every time you come, it makes us upset. I know. I was like, how can we start using this in teaching? But yeah, this one you're able to like drag. Oh my God. Clearly I got it wrong, now I got it right.
That looks like the county training.
Does it? And then when you're done, you should get a certificate if you pass the quiz. I clearly did. I didn't want to actually do it, but you will get a certificate. Oh, how did that happen? Okay. But yeah, that's what that is. So questions?
No, my question was for this easy generator, are you able to like upload your own like policies and things so then that way the training can factor that into the...
Yes, you can. If we were to go back, I chose AI generated. You could choose documents instead, and then you'll upload whatever it is and then tell it to create a training off of that.
Wow. Okay.
Can you make the length of the training? Like,
Yes.
So I need to train my staff an hour because of community care license said hour training month. I can put that parameter there and it can create a training for an hour.
Yes, in the video, and I wish I could have just did screenshots. It'll tell you like what kind of training do you want it? Do you need it to only be like 1 hour or longer? It gives you 3 options of how the length you want it. It also gives you the options on the level of understanding. So are these entry level people, intermediate level people we're talking to, or advanced level people we're talking to? Someone had questions back in the back table. You guys, it was somebody?
Oh, the cost.
I don't know this one. I don't know the cost of this one. He bought it and just said, here, use it.
$116 per month.
$116 per month? Oh, there you go.
$100.
Yeah.
I got 5 on it.
Share the account. Share the account.
Like that is the video that plays, or is it creating something that you're clicking through?
No, so I was just recording showing you guys how I sign up, but did you see me interacting with it? That's how, let me see, go back. Thank you.
Was that a course or was that an actual training that you were?
No, I just created, see, create course. You start from scratch would be what she would want to do, but I'm using course generating. And what do you want the course to be about? You tell it what you want the course to be about. So I said time management. Who's the learners? I said employees. And then it says who's the learning people. So I just said learning, entry level learning. And then this is where your comes in. Quick course, regular course, or expert course, and that makes it longer. And then it gives you your objectives. You could make your own or generate it for you. And you just use theirs because it's good. And they add the goals as well. Check it. And then it gives you a title. So you could choose their titles that they came up with or create your own.
So are you downloading this and then using it wherever, are you logging in to this?
Yeah, so I don't see if you guys see at the top, it's called Talent LMS, this little tiny little icon. That's where our foster parents have their trainings at. So I download it and then I upload it to Talent LMS. But I believe they could still use it on here too.
This is web-based, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you complete creating the course and you want to actually give it to people to take, there's a way that you can make a link or something to share with the people who are taking it.
Right, right.
Because this version, now that we're seeing in the video, this is what it would look like for the user taking the course.
Yeah, so when I did so right now we're going into the user taking it. So at the top you can see which device, and I push computer because that's what I was using, but this is the course right here. And then this is you as a user starting the course. And of course it's not moving like this, it's you doing it, but I'm just recording to show you guys what it looks like. Any other questions about
I
it?
did have one. I was just curious, like, if you were to say use this to make a training and then cancel the membership, do you still have access to that training?
That's a good one. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe if you downloaded it and then you uploaded it to another thing, like how we put it on Talent, we would still have access to it. Yeah, go ahead and do your 30-day trial and delete it. Yeah. Yes.
They take the test, like a post test for a certificate, right?
Yeah.
And that's all through the site.
Yes, through a site, or when you go, if you put it on another site, it'll still say generate like certificate. It gives you the option to do that. Yeah. Any other questions? So embarrassing to see that picture.
I was gonna ask what you took.
Oh, in our first year faculty, when I got hired here, we took those pictures. And then they used my picture as an example without my permission. So everybody who gets hired here is seeing my picture, and I'm like, okay, did I sign the disclosure? Okay. Okay, so here's some additional AIs that I'm just going to briefly go over. Claude. You guys, Claude is amazing. It will, okay. Y'all are done with it. Are the first years in here?
Yes.
Don't use Claude first years. Second years, if you wanted to write, this thing writes a whole paper for you. ChatGPT is limited on how much it'll say, but Claude writes a whole entire paper for you. We use Claude to write home studies. I don't know if anyone, does anybody know what a home study is if you're in foster care?
Yeah.
So, and they're awful to write, right? We trained Claude to write our home studies for us. And it's amazing. And of course, it has its flaws, and you still need to go into every section by section and make sure it's accurate, add your information, but it gives us like a rough draft. And so all we do is like upload all the files of that prospective resource family into it, and then because we trained it to know what a home study looks like and the sections, it writes the whole home study for us. It's an amazing. Claude is awesome.
Does it create references and in-text citations?
I don't know. I have not used it for a paper. I'm not in school, so I don't use it for a paper. I use it for the home studies, but it is not limited like ChatGPT is. It can write pages upon pages upon pages for you. Another one is Calendly, and I'm sure you guys are very familiar with that. It's how it can help people book appointments without you having to book it, and it'll put it right into your calendar. Gamma is another AI that helps with PowerPoints, but now ChatGPT does PowerPoints. At first it didn't, and so you were going to Gamma, but still, you can go to Gamma to help you create a PowerPoint. Anyone know about Elicit? Yeah. Okay, Elicit is great. So you told them this time about it?
They weren't all allowed to use it.
Okay. Okay. See, last year no one knew about it, and they were so upset because it was the ending of their school, and they're like, "What?" But you guys know what Elicit is, which is great. And then Rula Recap is another note taker, where like how Fireflies is, where you can add it to your Zoom meetings, and then it'll actually write the SOAP note for you after your Zoom meeting is over. All right, so do you guys know any additional AIs? And please share with us. You guys know any extras? Yes.
Black ChatGPT.
Black ChatGPT, what is that?
The lens of historical context of Black and African American history. So when you enter something, it brings in authors and context from a Black perspective versus a Eurocentric ChatGPT perspective. We had the creator of it come to my employer to speak about it, and she showed a side-by-side comparison on like diversity and Black History Month in chat and then in Black chat, and it was very different.
That's interesting. Thank you. Okay, you guys hear that one? Okay, we have another one.
Question AI.
Question AI. What does that one do?
Picture the question and it answers it for you, tells you how it's answered.
See, that's a tough one because I know the undergrads are doing that when they're taking my exams, man. I know they do it.
You gotta do it, like open-ended question.
Wow. Okay. What was it called again? Open. Question AI. Okay. Any other ones?
The note stuff, so like KNOWT, and like you'll record the lecture, and like it'll give you the notes afterwards.
Oh, nice. Did you use it while in the program? Were you using it? That's wow, that is really cool. I love that. Okay, it was called Notes.
No, so like KNOWT.
Notes. You guys hear that one? It's another one to put in your pocket. Anyone else? Yes.
I like to use the Excel apps in ChatGPT too, because it helps with like big numbers and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So ChatGPT has a lot of things that you can use. Yeah, all of that. Anybody else have any AIs? Okay. So just ethical standards, guys. We want to make sure that we are not replacing human judgment in sensitive decisions. Like, yes, we can go ask Chat or whatever AI on how to help a person, but we also want to realize like we're human and we have a better understanding of how we can interact and help clients versus a computer, okay? You want to also be sure that you're handling confidential information safely when you're using AI. So it's good to make sure the AIs, like the ones that I mentioned today, they all abide by HIPAA. So there's no confidentiality issues happening with those AIs. You don't want to replace client interactions with AI. Like, we're human. We need to continue to talk and look at each other and have conversations. So you want to be sure that you're not allowing AI to do that. I did forget to mention with ChatGPT, I'm in an AI group here at CBU, and we've created the AI on Chat to be a simulation of a client. So we programmed him to be unhoused and have substance abuse issues, and he's needing help. And you talk to him like, hey, how are you doing? And he talks back. He's defiant. He's resistant. And then you tell the chat to grade you because we put a rubric in it. And then it grades you based on the rubric. And chat doesn't play about grading you. So we're hoping eventually once it's like rolled out, we can start using it in the MSW program. But another ethical consideration is ignoring cultural and contextual sensitivities. So like she said, the chat and the Black chat, they have different perspectives and worldviews. And so you want to make sure that you're still considering a person's culture when you're using these AI so that you can speak with them in the correct way that is beneficial for them, okay? Any questions? Thank you guys. Any questions? Yes, if Dr. Hayes is okay with that, yes.
You said you teach here, right?
Yes.
So can you share a pivot in your profession when you're like, damn it, I have to use it now for my students? Like when were you resistant, if you were at all, to now being open to it?
I've never been resistant. I've never been resistant to it because we had just finished our program and then we were in and Dr. Maddox can concur with me on this. We were in the first faculty meeting because we got hired right after we graduated. We were already hired before we graduated. And so they told us about ChatGPT and we were very upset because we just went through a program and didn't know about ChatGPT because it didn't exist. So I came in when it's first emerged. So to me, I'm not struggling with it. Other professors probably are because this is new. But for me, I'm like, hey, use it. I had to teach a research class for undergrad, and like the first year I taught it, the writing was awful, and my head was hurting reading all those papers. And so the next year I said, put it in ChatGPT and use it as like a rough draft to help guide you through your work. And their papers were so much better. And it wasn't them copying and pasting. They were learning how to structure syntax and commas and grammar, all those things. And it helps you as a professor be able to read a good paper versus one that's all over the place.
So, question/comment about that, because I work in child welfare, and so I'm imagining people who have poor writing may have been doing that, and I'm like, how did you get through a master's program and you can't write well? So that's my only concern about using it for that purpose, because I think, isn't that part of the skill they're supposed to be able to show that they can do at that level?
Yes, and that's why I would send them to the writing center, because it's not, we are not here to do that. We're professors at the collegiate level. We're not here to grade and really, what is that? Tear your paper up like they would in high school to help you learn how to write. So we will refer you to the CBU Writing Center so they can get that help on writing efficiently. Any other questions? That's good. Okay, well, thank you guys. Every time she comes, we're like, what? Is that really a thing? Some of that she should have told y'all. I probably should have looked at her slides. Last year was only the second year here. I know. Okay, but let me give you a little bit of here's how to use the information you just received. So, lots of good resources, both professionally, academically. I'm jotting down notes how could this make my life more efficient, make it better, all of that. I do want you to keep in mind, though, especially at the stage that you're in, generative AI, some of the tools that we're looking at, even ChatGPT, what was the other one, Claude, and all of them. I want you to consider it like a calculator. I remember the day my son realized the calculator was a thing. He looked at me with such deception. He looked at me like I had been lying to him. But my son was in the second grade.
Right.
And so when he found out, you mean to tell me I'm memorizing times tables and all I have to do is put these numbers in this machine?
Right.
He was like, what is this? And asked, can I use it? What do you think my answer was?
No.
Why?
Because you gotta learn.
He needs to know how to do it.
Why does he need to know how to do it though?
Because you can't get no
The
technology.
calculator might not always be available.
Like how money. You have to understand the
Calculator is a reference. to-
So all of that. It might not always be available, and he's like, I got a phone, yes it will be, right? But you have to understand the process behind the thing. You won't even know what numbers to give it to give you the answer that you're looking for. Like in the second grade, he doesn't even understand the mechanisms of math well enough to use the calculator efficiently. Now he's going into sixth grade. Now we talk about some things, right? Because he already knows how to multiply. He knows, oh no, that's an addition problem, not a subtraction problem. So I do want you to keep in mind, some of y'all in the second grade, all right? You in the second grade as far as your fluency in the literature, as far as and first years, feel free to have some chats with the second years. This is part of why you have to do an oral defense. You have to be able to stand in front of folks who know the stuff and convince them you know the stuff. And you can't be like, excuse me, yo, chat. She just asked me who's the prominent scholar and such and such. You gotta know that. And that's what people are expecting to see from you when doctor is in front of your name. Folks expect a certain level of fluency. So I say that all too. I think this is all good as a division. We are AI accepting, right? Like we buying some of this stuff for y'all to use. So it's not like you can put the genie back in the bottle, but I do just want to urge you. We know when you don't know. And you went through this process to actually know some stuff that you can use on the back end. So where it can make you more efficient, absolutely. The other thing I want you to keep in mind, don't talk to some of these old school, old DSW generations, because there were certain things that the program allowed that as technology advances, we don't allow. Meaning, if you try to come at me with my innovation is this training for these child welfare workers, I'll be like, yes again. Because this computer can do it in 30 seconds. Why you need to get a doctoral degree to put together a training that a computer can make? So now what's your innovation? Right? So here's the catch, right? The more access we have to technology, it makes our lives way more efficient. But guess what I'm about to do with the bar? Every year. So what's amazing, and part of why we can't grumble too much, right? I did my doctoral degree way back in the day. But what is amazing, you have access to all these tools, which now makes it so that you can build a website, do a video demo, do an in-person training, have training module. Like we're gonna expect all the things. So now just keep that in mind as this week, you'll do some work on trying to think about what's the next step. What's the, where am I gonna go next with this? And just know that the bar is raised. And for those of y'all who like, I'm sitting with Wesley. He's like, you know how much time we spent putting modules together? And she just did it in like 15 seconds. Well, you know the stuff. You know how to build it. You know all the background, how the sausage is made. And now you have some AI tools so you can start cranking out some stuff. That business that you thought it was gonna take you 5 years to really get, guess what? That timeline just sped up. Because you can accelerate what you're trying to do, right? Like you can do it faster. So I just want to give that context. All of these things, great things, we're going to use them. I'd encourage you to use a lot of them. Just know that there's a context that you're going to use them in. Yeah? Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Because we're using it. I know how chat, right? I know chat put everything in bullet points. Chat do everything in kind of like a 3-section format. Chat like to bold something. And we know how to chat, right? So I'm going to know if you wrote that or chat wrote it. Me and chat talk all the time. We know how to chat right. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I just had a question when you were talking about like why a training, for example, would not be an innovation because the AI can do it. Wouldn't it still require our expertise in order to give it those prompts? I guess
what I'm saying is just anticipate that the level of rigor has stepped up a notch, right? In that a couple of years ago, a student saying, I built an online training with these modules, we would have been like, whoa, that, you know what I mean? Because we knew that took you some time. Well, now we have tools that you can do that very easily. So what else? So what's the part that makes it really innovative? What's taking it to the next level? What's gonna take you, like, what's the culmination of your 2 years of work? So I'm not gonna, like, you know, say absolutely cutting off certain ideas, but you're definitely all gonna be getting some pushback around, is this what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's take it one more step higher, right? Because you can use a lot of these tools to help you do it. Yeah. Okay, we're running just a little bit behind, but that's okay. This is gonna be our last session for the day. And so we are going to actually split off between year 1 and year 2. You'll end your day in these particular sessions. When you're done with our breakout sessions, you are done for the day. We will see you back here tomorrow. Here's something that I need you to do before we split up. And our Career Center is here, so come on up. Make sure they have your stuff queued up and ready to go. Here's what I need everybody to do. Get your phone, wave it at me. Everybody got a phone? I know it's in your hand. I know you got it handy. Scan that QR code on your table. Complete your travel form. The bus will leave you. I just got the report. We got about 50 of y'all in here. I got 35 forms, which means a group of folks gonna get left behind and marked absent for the day. Go ahead and do your travel forms, please. Scan that QR code, complete your information. Here's what's happening tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna meet right back here in Innovators in the morning. There will be breakfast, and then we'll get started at 9 with worship. We're gonna go immediately into our breakout sessions. You see that on your agenda. Something to note about tomorrow. We're going to be going on an immersion together, all of us together on the charter bus to the city of Corona. We'll be meeting with their vice mayor, some of their elected officials. They're excited for us, and important people have carved out some time for like us to be there and just for them to share with us. You are more than welcome to wear your DSW polo or polo. You know, we'll be in the city offices. We're not gonna get like too cash, but you don't have to like wear a suit or anything like that tomorrow. You know, business casual, you can wear your DSW polo if you have that. We will be traveling together and then coming back here to campus. We should be back here on campus before 4 is what my guess is, right? So you'll still be back in plenty of time before our 5 o'clock in time. So just keep that in mind for tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'll give you instruction about Friday, which is our last day of residency. If you have business cards or other something like that to share contact information, you might want to bring that with you tomorrow. Last year when we went to visit the mayor of Pomona, there was a lot of like kind of networking and connection opportunities. So hoping that the same thing will be the case tomorrow. Any questions about what's going to happen tomorrow? Because we're not going to come back together today. We good? Good time so far? That's doing okay? Okay. All right. So class of 2026, you guys will stay in here. You'll be in the hands of our Career Center folks. They're going to really help you think about how to start beefing up your LinkedIn profile, really start transitioning into that professional networking piece. Class of 2025, meet me and Dr. Forrest Carter, Dr. Maddox over in Business 106. So we're going to go right down this hall. So go ahead and gather your things, class of 2025. We'll go in Business 106.
Here's a mic for you. Thank you.
And